the webinar you've been waiting for, guys. I want to tell you what we have in store for you tonight. Tonight probably is going to rock your socks off. My name is Mike. I'm going to be one of your presenters, and tonight's whole purpose is to introduce you to a system that will allow you to work from the comfort of your own home and to start your own successful online business. Now, what we have in store for you is a whole host of slides that are going to walk you through our system. But more than that, we're also going to introduce you to some of the people using our system. We've got a panel here of people who are coming at us from all over the place tonight. So they've generously given us some of their time or day, depending on wherever you happen to be and what your perspective is. And they're going to come on and share just a little bit about their stories and what this system has done for them. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and we're going to get the show on the roll, as they say. So stay with me, guys. There's going to be a little bit of a delay as I share my screen. There we go. All right, perfect. So there is the slides. Now, guys, before I begin the presentation, I just want to say real quick, it looks like we're having some tech issues with our chat roll tonight. So apologies for that, but everything else looks to be working just fine. So we're going to run ahead with this full steam. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mike. I've been working online with my partner, Darren, for quite a while. We are online entrepreneurs. We're digital nomads. And most of all, we're also marketing mentors. For us, what it's meant to work online is a freedom to travel and a freedom to run our business from wherever we want. And that is something that we have made it our passion in life to bring to others. Tonight's presentation is all about you folks, and it's not about how to start a business to make money. It's about how to start a business for you to make a difference in how you live your life. I don't want you to be chained to the 9-to-5 grind anymore. I don't want you to feel like you're stuck in the system anymore. Tonight is all about you and your liberation, folks. And if you've been dying to figure out how you could be your own boss, well, guys, good news, you are in the right place. Now, what is this system we're going to introduce you to tonight? Well, folks, it's like this. It's a plug-and-play system. It's been developed by the experts in order to help the everyday person succeed in the online space. What we've put together here are all of the sales tools, the training, the mentorship, heck, even the products you need in order to just get up and running and start seeing success. And the beauty of this, folks, is the way we've got this set up is you don't need any experience owning a business before. You certainly don't need any experience working online before. So if that sounds like you, absolutely, you are in the right place. So let me introduce you to my co-presenter tonight, Leanne Romchek, who is coming at us live from Houston, Texas, also using this system, folks. So Leanne, hop on here and share a little bit about your story.
Absolutely. Welcome, everybody from all over the world. I am really, really excited that you guys are here. My name is Leanne. I am coming to you from Houston, Texas. I'll tell you briefly a little bit about my background so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. I've been running my online business for 3.5 years, but prior to that, I did not know a thing about this whole technical industry. I didn't know how to run an online business, much less a business. I was not tech savvy. I come from the medical field. I come from medical sales. I'm a salesperson. I'm an outgoing person. This was not my thing, and I thought I had to be real techie to own an online business. Well, when my kids were 16 and 13, believe it or not, who are 20 and 17 now, is when I finally got to a point in my life. I felt like I had done so much of my career path that it was like, you know what, I have missed out on so much of my kids' lives, their after school activities, and they're growing up before my eyes. It's true. And I missed out on every single moment when they needed me after school. I wasn't there because I was too busy providing for them when I really, really, really wanted them to thrive in life, and I wanted to thrive in life. I looked over my son's shoulder because he's the one that prompted me to watch a workshop similar to this, and I knew in my gut feeling this is probably where I needed to be. Long story short, I took a leap of faith. I jumped in the training. I gave it everything I had, and I fired my boss 6 weeks and 2 days later, which is amazing. So you're here to fire your boss, you're in the right place. But let's talk about you and what you're going to learn tonight. Excuse me. So you're going to learn how to grow your own online business grow it as quickly as possible, because the goal is for you to start making money as fast as possible using these automated systems that we've built. And you get to see and hear from people from all over the world who have plugged into these same exact systems and are making huge commissions, firing their boss, quitting their job, same thing, traveling the world, doing whatever it is they want with their life. But why are people making this move to online? I mean, everywhere we look, stores are closing right and left, and people are losing their jobs. And that's really the unfortunate part, because automation technology and artificial intelligence are taking over. It makes sense for the bottom line for the company to replace you with software that's never going to take a break. That's going to work 24/7. And sadly, on average, about 10,000 people a month are losing their jobs due to this very reason. However, that's why I always say now is the time to start learning how to make a living online. Start learning how to make money online. Make it work for you, not against you. Now, it moves very rapidly, the internet, but it's still very young. And what we know and what we prove every single day is that the action takers of today, which are the people who learn how to make money online, will be the millionaires of tomorrow.
And you know what the beautiful thing about having a community of users on a system like ours, folks, that spans the entire globe? Well, there's a lot of action takers, a lot of job quitters. Check this out. Here's a sampling of some of our recent job quitters, folks. These are the people who stepped up and did something about what was going on in their lives. They stepped up and they made something happen for themselves. If they did it, so can you. It's that simple, folks. So let me talk about you a little bit, because I'm dying to know, are you sick and tired of waking up to an alarm clock each and every day just to go make somebody else rich? Are you struggling to pay the bills at the end of the month, each and every month, and still coming up short? Well, if you're looking for a way to be your own boss, guys, or finding the freedom to travel, this is it. This is for you. In fact, I know this is for you. If you're looking for a way to spend more time with your family, to have the money on hand that's required to do the things you've always wanted to do with your family, or to really protect your future. You know, I'll let you in on a little secret. This is how you actually secure your future. It's not just about your savings. It's about having a business that's generating constant income for you 24/7 behind the scenes. How the heck does that work, you ask? Well, it's a good question. And we're going to talk about that a lot tonight, because it's not all about you. It's not about how many hours you can work. No, it's about making systems work for you. Automated systems specifically that don't need to sleep and don't need to eat. That's the only way you can truly, truly generate income 24/7. Right, Leanne?
Yeah, absolutely. But let's get real, guys. This is not a push a button and $1 million is going to fly out of the sky next week. This is not a get rich quick schemes. Those do not exist. If they did, everybody would be doing them. You know, we see things in our news feed. You guys see things in news feed. A lot of things are not what they seem to be. But I will tell you this, our results aren't typical, but we're not typical people. And what I mean by that is everybody you see here and everybody on the screens and in our community, we're all using the exact same system. But what's atypical about us is we all got to a point in our lives where we were sick and done of being sick and tired of whomever or whatever, the boss, the drive, the commute, being away from loved ones. Doesn't matter what it is. We all drew a line in the sand, and we all stood up and learned how to make money online. The good news is our system has proven to convert, which means making people money. You guys, just like myself, we are the only variable in this whole equation, which is good news. That's how I fired my boss in 6 weeks and 2 days.
It's great news. You know, let's talk about this system and the results a little bit here, guys, because here is a system where people are making some massive things happen. Here's a system where people are making 5 figures a month, heck, even 6 figures a month in their businesses thanks to this system. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, then congratulations. You are absolutely in the right place. Let's talk about how we can make this happen for you. I want to start us off with the fundamentals tonight. I know we've got a lot of newbies on here tonight, so I want to talk about some of the basics first. You see, if you're going to be successful in business, you really need 3 things ultimately. You need, number 1, a product that people want. Number two, a way to tell them about it. And of course, number three, a way to identify the right people to buy it, those people who need it or want it the most. Now, as you could expect, these things are going to look a little bit unique in the online space. So what Leanne and I are going to walk you through now real quick is how specifically these work in the online world. So Leanne, let's start them off with the first pillar.
Okay, so let's talk about finding a product that people want. Now, thanks to the internet, we can literally buy anything, anywhere, any time of the day. So as the online market develops, companies are trying to capitalize on this reality by setting up referral programs that actually incentivize online marketers like ourselves to drive traffic to their products. Now, here's a few companies well known with referral affiliate programs. You've got Best Buy, Walmart, eBay, Amazon, Apple. I could go on and on and on, and they're having a lot of success. But there's also companies that we call basically the middleman. They're affiliate networks. And if you've never heard of them, that's okay. It's not going to affect your business. You've got ClickSure, Max Bounty. Those, again, are just a few. There's plenty of others. But I do want to teach you one little neat trick. So next time you go online, I want you to look up to the little URL bar. And right before you make that purchase, I want you to look at the end. And if you see a series of letters and numbers, that's typically a code. That means when you make that purchase, there's an online marketer on the other end getting paid a commission. And here's a slide that has a perfect example at the bottom. MRD. The last three initials, well, those are my initials. We want those initials to be your initials. That's all.
Oh, Leanne, did any of that come through?
No, absolutely. It did not come through on my end at all.
Oh, yeah. I think we had a few of the participants popping on here, so I think my screen bounced around a little bit. Guys, just to reiterate here, I'll say that again. What we're trying to explain here is that when you're looking for a product that people want and you're trying to figure out what you're going to sell in the online space, basically it comes down to these two options: working directly with the retailers or plugging into the affiliate networks so that you can diversify. Now, the one thing I always like to point out here is you're going to make slightly less money working with the networks than directly with the retailers. And that's largely because when you work with a middleman, they're facilitating your work for you, but they're not doing it for free. They're taking a cut in your commissions in order to do some of the work for you. But the beauty of this, though, is really the fact that at least you're getting in the online space and you're getting up and running. All right, Leanne, let's walk them through the second pillar now.
Okay, so let's talk about finding a way to tell people about your product, which comes down to the sales funnel. I love talking about this, which really comes down to attraction marketing. So you're literally attracting people to whatever your product, service, or offer is, as opposed to what Mike and I do, which were things like endless network meetings, cold calling. I don't think we really knocked on doors, but the pressuring of family and friends and carrying tinklets and pinklets in your trunk, in your garage, and all of that kind of stuff, chasing people, pressuring people. Nobody wants to be pressured anymore these days, guys, and it's just not like that. It's not realistic. So this is the total opposite. A sales funnel, when done correctly, can be the most powerful tool you have in your toolbox. And when I say done correctly, your sales funnel must be a converting sales funnel.
Critical to understand. Absolutely. As you're saying that, Leanne, I'm kind of laughing to myself because I actually had a chat with somebody the other day that actually did knock on doors still. It was a real estate agent. And I never even thought of that. But of course they still do in this day and age. They have to. So believe me, she was pretty excited about this system because finally she didn't have to knock on doors anymore. But let's talk about a sales funnel, guys, because the concept of a funnel hasn't really changed over the years. Essentially, you take leads and you convert them to buyers. That's what a funnel does. Now, back in the day, in the corporate world, like Leanne is describing here, basically that was done through an army of sales agents. It was done manually. People did it by talking to people, educating them, convincing them. And that's really why people now think of salesmen as being pushy, because they had to convince people to buy. But in the modern world, in the age of technology, everybody's searching online. Everybody's using Google to decide what they should buy and where they should buy it. So the customers are so much more tech savvy. The trick here now is to attract them to your online business and provide them with all of the information and resources so that they can basically convert themselves to becoming buyers. They're literally doing all the work for you thanks to your systems and technology engaging them on your behalf. That best part about that is really that you don't have to talk to people until ultimately they're ready to buy. And believe me, folks, the people you want to talk to always are the ones who are ready to buy. And if you're doing this right, it's a little bit like printing your own money, in fact. Wouldn't you say, Lee?
Is, and here's a perfect example that we laid out for you guys. Would you trade a $5 bill for a $100 bill? Well, of course, everybody's going to say yes, 10 times over I would, but it's very similar to this slot machine in Vegas that we're going to, where we know that every single time we put in $1 and pull down that handle, $100 is going to come flying out every single time. You know we're going to stay there 24/7 and never leave. But that's just a hypothetical situation, but it's a perfect example of what a converting sales funnel does for your business. Remember, it's got to be converting.
The whole idea here, guys, of this analogy is if you knew there was a system that would make you money, would you use it? I hope so, because that's exactly what a sales funnel does. And I'll be honest, it's a lot easier to find than it is this elusive slot machine that we keep talking about. But here's the deal, folks. What does it take to make an online sales funnel? Well, in this day and age, it takes three things: tech knowledge, marketing knowledge, design experience. This is what holds most people out from starting their own online business, because they don't have all three skills. They don't have the time to get them, and they certainly don't have the money to pay somebody to do the work for them that does have them. So this is exactly why we created this system. Now you don't need to be a tech guru. Now you don't need to have a business background. We've got the system built so you don't have to worry about these kinds of skills. But it's not just about the system, of course, it's about making the system work for you. So how do we help you with that? Well, we teach you how to find quality traffic to come to your business. And we'll give you some more insight into that here in a sec. But remember, it's not just about the leads. It's about converting those leads to buyers, right? That is a process that requires you to keep people plugged in, keep them engaged, keep them interested, so that ultimately they stick around long enough to catch sight of whatever the product or service is that you're offering at the finish line, and they can become a buyer. So this is really where solopreneurs get lost while trying to do it on their own. They kind of get muddled up and they end up spending a fortune on technologies and systems that just aren't cutting it for them. So this kind of training is absolutely invaluable, because this is exactly how we save you, quite honestly, thousands of dollars and probably a whole head of frustration and gray hair at the same time. This is critical, guys. And this is really how they conquered that second pillar. We provide it for you. Leanne, let's walk them through probably the most important one, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Okay, yes, I agree. So let's talk about pillar number 3, finding the right people to buy, which really does come down to traffic. And we've used that term so many times already. What traffic means really in the online world is just visitors to your website. Without traffic, nothing matters. Not that beautiful, converting, shiny, sexy sales funnel that I'm in love with. It doesn't matter. You've got to have quality. It's just like this. It's just like a shopping mall. And you've got the stores and you've got the greatest sale going on. Well, if nobody's going shopping, nobody's buying anything, so nobody's making any money. It's the same concept. Without traffic, you cannot run an online business. But let me tell you this, Got to add one more thing to it. It cannot be just any traffic. It must be It must be quality traffic.
And just to hammer home that point, folks, let me give you another example here. Let's say you're lucky enough to have a little business in that mall that Leanne's talking about. Tomorrow you get, say, 1,000 customers walk through the door. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, it might not be, because imagine if the 1,000 customers were only spending $1 each with you. At the end of the day, you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to have much to show for it, especially once you factor in all the overhead that comes with running a little business like that in a mall. So quality traffic would be finding, say, 2 customers that could spend $500 with you each. Now, if you find 2 customers like that, naturally you're making the same amount of money, $1,000, right? And you're doing way less work. Here's the secret about quality traffic, though. Quality traffic tends to duplicate, to replicate. People like that know other people like that. And so they basically promote your business for you. And this is amazing. Imagine now you've got 10 customers coming through your door that are spending $500 with you. How amazing is that, right? You're making so much more money and you're still working 1/100th of the amount. That right there, folks, is why quality always, hands down, trumps quantity. So this is what we're trying to paint a picture of here real quick, folks, is how do you conquer these 3 pillars in the online space? You first figure out what the offer is you're going to take to market. You've got 2 vehicles now to do that with that we've shown you. Come up with a sales funnel system. We're going to talk more about sales funnels as we go through this, but believe me, guys, you need an automated system to convert your leads for you. And the real trick to really ramping this up is finding the highest quality traffic possible. And this is probably the most important point of all. And I'll give you an example of why this is so important and how this works. At the root of it, successful sales is really nothing more than helping people. What you're helping them with is their pain point. We all have a pain point. We all need something that we need help with that can be solved by somebody else. When you're in business and you're helping people solve their pain points, you're making money, because naturally they're going to happily pay you for whatever the solution is. And I'll give you all an example that hits home. You're all here tonight probably because you're looking for more money, right? Probably some of you think you're here looking for more time. The reality is, let's be honest, you're all looking for more time and money, especially if you're working in the 9-to-5 world still, because I know you're being overworked and underpaid. So it only made sense that when you were invited to this webinar through one of our websites, you came. I mean, it's a free webinar, and we're offering you a solution to help you get out of the 9-to-5 world, to start to live life on your terms, and to actually maybe even, God willing, start to travel and enjoy life a little bit. So we caught your attention because we're offering you a solution to your pain point. Now, this is the same process, folks, that all of these major companies are using in the online space are doing. They're all figuring out what people need, and they're providing it to them. This is as simple as it gets, right, Lee?
Absolutely. I had to turn my mute on for you guys to hear me, but now you guys know the exact 3-step system to success that people are using that are making 6 and 7 figures per month or year. And I say that because there is no cap to your income when you work online. You can make as much money as you want to because you're the boss and you're the only variable. However, there's 2 really big problems you're going to run into. For one, it takes a lot of time just to figure out what software systems you need to get your business up and running. This is assuming you were going to do this all on your own, okay? To get your software systems up and running, then you've basically got to get them to connect well together so you can start making money, right? And then you couple that with all the money that it costs to buy these systems, and the time and the testing costs a lot of money just to see if it's going to work. That's assuming you were going to do it alone, and that is also assuming you were just setting it up. So conservatively, we put out there $20,000 as the setup number, but that is so conservative. I keep wanting to change it, but we threw together some numbers for you. So we've got ClickFunnels, $3,600. Infusionsoft, $7,200. ClickMagick, $9,600. EasyWebinar, $1,200. Annually, $21,600, which is low 20s conservatively, just to set it up for an online business, assuming you're doing it on your own. But the good news is you don't have to do it alone. We literally can save you the money, the time, the stress, the headache, you name it, by plugging you into our online system. And you know what it really comes down to? Leverage, my favorite word. Working smarter, not harder. Not reinventing the wheel. If any of you are Robert Kiyosaki fans, he wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad years ago. Over the years, he's added co-authors to his book, and he's basically refurbished the same material out to the audience, and he's made a killing. He's working smarter, not harder. You know that man did not put in 80 hours a week just to put this book back out. It was all about leverage, and that is how you get ahead in this world.
That is the truth. So guys, here's your opportunity to basically leverage us. We've put together a whole system and now a community of people using it, a community that actually spans the entire globe. And the reason I'm mentioning this to you now is because the key to this is really the fact that when you plug into a community that's using the same system you are, you're basically plugging into a community of mentors. You're plugging into a community of people who can help you use the system to get the maximum results in your own business. Now, the beauty of this is that when you become part of this team, you also discover how you can make these same kind of commissions that we are online. And I'll let you in on a little secret here, guys. The key part of our system is that it does the selling for you. I know you don't want to be a pushy salesman. None of us did. So that's exactly why we built the system to do it for you. Now, here's the best part. We told you had to have 3 pillars to be successful, right? We've taken care of those for you. You see, right from day one, we went out, we did the research. We identified the products that were making people the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. On top of that, though, we also put together sales systems that do the selling for you, convert those leads to buyers for you. And then we all know now, quality traffic is the most important step of the business, right? So what did we do to solve that? Well, we put together marketing training, top-notch marketing training that is actually updated on a constant basis because things change in the online space. So we show you how to bring leads to your business. We built a system to convert those leads for you, and we identified the products that are going to make you the most amount of money on the back end. What's the best part about all of this? Well, the fact that it's automated, really. I mean, I know for most of you, this is going to be your first chance to ever really make money while you sleep. Make money while you sit on the beach. Make money while you sit in the bleachers and watch your kid's hockey game. Folks, it's all possible. But it really does come back to one big question that you've got to ask yourselves.
And it really does. And this is a question that only you can answer personally. It's 3 words, 3 little words. Are you ready? You know, are you ready to figure out how you can plug into an online powerful system that is changing lives and allowing people to create online freedom and success all over the world? But the 3 little words, are you ready? So very important for you to be able to answer for yourself, because remember, you're the variable, you're the boss, this is your business. So if you're ready, listen very closely because Mike's going to break it down and show you guys how this works.
All right, guys. So here's the deal. When you join our team, number 1, you get personal coaching and mentoring. Now, this is important because what we found was most of the people we work with have never owned a business before, much less an online business. So not only do you get personal coaching, but every single person who joins this system gets a direct mentor assigned to them. Somebody you can reach out to with questions, and it gives you a point of contact in the community. But on top of that, you get plugged into this whole community that, like I say, spans the entire globe now, so that whatever time zone you find yourself in, there's probably somebody also awake who can give you a hand. Now, what we do every week is we get down to business with weekly masterminds. We do actually 2 now every week. We do one for the newbies on Tuesdays, and we do one for the more advanced people on Wednesdays. This is what keeps you on top of your A game, keeps you plugged in, and just keeps you abreast of all the new tools and strategies and tips coming down the pipes. Now, I'd like to point out also that the training, folks, is literally step-by-step video modules. That's what makes it so easy. You watch the video while you do the work. How much easier could it possibly be, right? But the cool thing here, guys, is it's not just training. It's not just a system. It's also products. If you don't have products, you're not making any money. You got to sell something, right? Well, we identified the best products for you to get the biggest bang in your business. And this right here is how, even in the first 30 days, we cranked out $1 million in revenue. Folks, 3.5 years later, imagine how massive this has become. It's all possible. You are here at exactly the right time. Now, I'm going to get a little more specific here because I want you to know this. When I say personal coaching, if you can believe it or not, we actually get on the phone with every single person who joins us, and we have a one-on-one phone call. Now, this is important because if we're really going to help you accomplish your goals, well, we need to first figure out what the heck they are. So we need to get on the phone with you, identify not only where you want this business to go, but also to put our heads together to come up with a roadmap to actually get you there. And in terms of all of the accesses that you get to all of our resources in the community, the beauty of this is absolutely, of course, you're in business for yourself. I get it, but you're never going to feel like you're by yourself. And that's important because if you ever get stuck, now a community has your back and can help you get unstuck. And in terms of everything we provide, like I said, step-by-step video modules, everything is recorded. Heck, even our weekly masterminds we record, and we store everything in one central member website. So whatever you need, whenever you need it, it's always at your fingertips. And the training, folks, actually starts you off on the biggest ad marketing platform on the planet. You might have heard of it. It's called Facebook. You and 2 billion other people log into Facebook every single day, folks. That's why you've got to be doing business on Facebook. So the training is super simple. And the fact that you already are probably familiar with Facebook, it's going to allow you to just get it set up and finding results in your business that much faster. This is why it works, folks. This is why it works so quickly for people. That and the fact that everybody gets a mentor and plugged into a community of mentors. Folks, you have to have that kind of mentorship because that's what's going to save you all of the testing and all the trial and error and all of the money that you would normally have to invest into a business to figure it out on your own. This is really the secret sauce. Wouldn't you say, Leanne?
Absolutely. And you know that I have a strong heart towards mentorship because I think that's one of the key things that sets us apart from so many others out there in this whole social community world. Mentorship is, if you've ever heard this saying, you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. I want you to think about that. So if you're an online business owner, you're going to be surrounded by your mentor who's paved the way for you, who's made the mistakes, who's told you what not to do, what to do, what's working. So surrounded by that person, you're surrounded by all of these business groups. You're surrounded by all of these other business owners from all over the entire world that are at different journeys in different places in their journeys of their online business. So there is no other place to go but up and forward. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and you're getting the exact same system that I used to fire my boss in 6 weeks, that everybody on this workshop is using and everybody in our community is using to create their own exclusive dream lifestyle. But again, why would you want to do it alone? You know, I threw out the numbers conservatively on the low end, $22,000-ish, but that does not include the tens of thousands of dollars that we have put into the training site that's magnificent. And it does not include the mentorship. If you were going to hire a mentor outside, hire a mentor, that's $450 an hour on average. That's crazy. That does not include the weekly masterminds or bi-weekly masterminds. That does not include all of the team resources that we've put together to help support you and the automated system to be successful in your online business. So why would you want to do it alone, right? Good news is you don't have to, and we promise to save you money. So we're offering this to you for a one-time membership fee of $149 only.
Folks, this is literally the chance of a lifetime. This is a one-time fee. We're not going to be starting to gouge you on a monthly basis or anything like that. All we're really doing here is asking you to step up and invest in your future. And I hope you'll agree, $149 is a real bargain to change everything, right? So here's what you need to do next. You'll notice the little buttons popped up. Now it says join our team. That is exactly what we're asking you to do. Join a team of proven professionals that are already seeing results and can help you get your own results. Now, here's what's going to happen when you click on that button. We're going to send you a series of videos that are going to walk you through everything that Leanne and I have covered here tonight in depth at no additional cost. We do it this way because, number one, we wanted to not only give you some insight into the online space tonight, but also to, more than anything, introduce ourselves to you and our system. For those of you that are ready to take the next step and click on that button, now you get the real meat and potatoes. This is all of the information you're looking for. And we've done it this way because I want you to be able to watch these videos in your own time. A lot of people tell me they like to watch these videos several times. And this way you can do all of that from the comfort of your own home with your loved ones. So no rush, no panic. Take your time and understand them thoroughly. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through everything. The systems, the products, the commissions they pay out. We even have rolled in the strategies that our top income earners have perfected over the years to get the biggest results in their business. All of that comes to you right away. Now, while you're watching those videos, what we also do is we add you to our community. I keep talking about this incredible community, right? Well, I want to show it to you. So that's why we plug you into it right away. This is a private Facebook mastermind group that has all of the people that have plugged into us all in the same place. Tens of thousands of people there, folks. You're going to be one of them. And once you've checked out the community and watched your videos, then comes the fun part. Then you get to schedule your coaching call where you get to have that one-on-one phone call with one of our top performers so that we can strategize and come up with a game plan to get you seeing results in the shortest amount of time possible. So I want to let you out of here with one more fact, folks. I want you to understand just how incredible this is, because we've designed this to be completely different than anything else that's out there. We've gone to a great deal of time and effort and cost to make sure that we are not like all the other systems out there. Nobody else has the kind of one-on-one mentorship and guidance like we do. Nobody else has the kind of transparency, and everybody in our system gets equal access to everything like we do. I mean, that is absolutely bar none. This kind of mentor-mentee relationship that allows for this two-way communication is critical to your success and, frankly, your speed of implementation. So it's imperative to us that everybody feels like they're respected. Everybody feels like they're listened to. And that right there is what gives people the confidence they need to just sail through things, get set up, and start making things happen. Make sense? I hope so, guys. So here it is. Here is your chance. Click the button and let's make this happen. If you're serious about getting into business and making something for yourself, this is it, guys. Remember, you don't have to be a tech guru. You don't have to have a business background. All that matters is, are you interested in making success happen for you? I mean, just imagine you found yourself on this slide and we were talking about you as one of the recent job quitters in this community. How good would that feel for you, folks? That is exactly the opportunity that is in front of you right now. Click the button, guys. $149. If it can change your life, don't you think it might be worth it? I hope you'll agree it is. Leanne, let's walk them through just one more time everything they get for the money, please.
Absolutely. So your one-time investment of $149 gets you access to the Sleeping Giant products that we talked about in the very, very beginning. Advanced Facebook advertising training, access to the bi-weekly masterminds, the ongoing mentorship, we really don't go away, our automated system, and on top of that, you guys also get your very own branded sales system that's been proven to convert, which means making people money. It's been tested. You guys are the only variable. You just have to show up. But a branded sales funnel means it's personalized to you. It's almost like handing over an online franchise to you. It's got your name on it, your picture, everything about it is yours. You just have to show up. And this is something that is invaluable. I'll put it that way. We offer this to you with zero risk. We give you a full 30 days when you hit that button, join our team, to go through those videos as many times as you want. We want you to dive deep into the whole business system, the structure, the model, and really see how it works, the commission plan, and really understand it so that you're prepared for that coaching call, and share with as many people as you want. And if for some reason during that 30 days you decide it's not for you, all you have to do is ask for your $149 back. Hands down, no problem. We'd be happy to give it to you. The only caveat to that is after you've had your strategy call, at that point it becomes non-refundable, because we're really taking a look at where you are in your life, what's going on, how you got there, what are your goals and how are we going to get you to your goals as fast as possible? So we create a personalized strategic plan just for you. So at that point, it's definitely non-refundable. And I'll be honest, we do this for you guys and we do it for ourselves as well. As much as I'd love to say that we would work with everybody, we don't work with everybody and anybody that wants to work with us. And that's just the brutal reality. And we don't chase people. We don't pressure people. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's attraction marketing. But I will tell you this before I turn it back over to Mike, that 3.5 years ago, if you would have asked me if my life was better then or my life was better now, hands down, I would have said now. I can't even imagine waking up to an alarm clock. I can't even imagine my life, not being able to buy a new home, not being able to send my son to college, not being able to provide and save and leave a legacy the way that I'm able to do that. I cannot imagine going back to that lifestyle where somebody had control over me and my life and my future and my dreams and goals and my family. And I won't ever go back to that. So on that note, trust your gut, trust your intuition. Remember, are you ready? And trust that tuition. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you, Joanne. All right, guys. Well, congratulations to those of you that have clicked the button already. Give us a couple minutes. We're going to get you your videos as soon as we can. There's always a little bit of a delay on webinar nights because we've got so many people coming through the pipes, but I'm super excited for you and congratulations, guys. To those of you that want to stick around and meet some of our people, now comes the fun part. I want to introduce you to some of the people in the community that are actually using the system so they can share firsthand just what their motives were in terms of getting into this and what it's been able to do for them. So I'm just going to start at one end. We're going to work our way right down the list. Melody, do you want to hop on here first?
Sure. Thanks, Mike. Hi, everyone. My name is Melody. I am originally from Montreal, Quebec, and have been in Alberta for just about 12 years. So if I fast forward, I have always been basically in customer service. And when I came across this business, I actually searched for almost a year for something to do online. And by then, I was working downtown Calgary, corporate world, 9 to 5. And I decided to just jump in. You know, Calgary has been in a recession for a few years. So I have personally been affected with the recession. So I knew that I needed something else on the side. And now, fast forward 2 years later that I jumped in actually at the end of September 2017. And it completely changed. Like, if it wasn't from it, I probably would be in the street. I mean, I have a spouse who has been affected by the layoff for multiple months already. Let's face it, you know, our rent is on average at least $1,500 a month. How can a single income afford all the bills? So this business has allowed me not only to be able to pay and cover while my spouse, you know, is still looking for employment, I have been able to travel. I did 12 trips last year, and I'm already on number 10 this year. And actually, I am absolutely excited about it. But we are having a big get together with some of the communities here where people from all over the United States and Canada, and even in the UK, are coming down to Galveston, Texas for 4 days of masterminding. And actually, I will be, you know, seeing some of them on the panel there next month. And this is what this community brings. Not only are you working for yourself and making money for yourself and your family and more time, quit your job, whatever your goals might be, but it's about the friendship also that you meet people. I organized in Calgary one of the biggest get-together that we had in our community. There was close to 130 people here last Friday, just spending quality time together, having a drink and, you know, just catching up on life. And this is what also the other side of this business. You're definitely not on your own. So I would say check it out. It's definitely worth it. It was really worth it for my family. And I couldn't be more grateful to have found this opportunity. So back to you, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you, Melody. Question before you go. How much time do you think you spend on your business every day?
I guess it depends, but I would say maybe 30 minutes to just over an hour-ish.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Karen, you want to hop on here next?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen. Thank you for joining us today. So my story is that I am a business owner myself prior to doing this online business. So I am a dental technician. I've worked as a dental technician for over 10 years. And I've always wanted to have my own business. So I decided to open up my own dental lab and work from home, because at that time I had 2 children and I really wanted to be around to watch them grow up. But yeah, that didn't work out very well. That was, boy, was I wrong, because I ended up working really long hours, like almost 7 days a week. So that left me with no time for my children. So, but this opportunity came up and I jumped on board right away, because I know I needed to make a change if I wanted to have any chance to be able to be with my children. So I jumped on board right away and I started this business back last year, just about a year now. I think at the end of August, early September, that's when I got on. So the training is super simple, because honestly, I was not tech savvy, because I grew up in an era where we didn't have a computer in our home. Whereas now everyone's got a computer, iPad or something, but so just the online world and computer does scare me, but because my why is bigger than my fear, so I jumped in and tackled the training and got through it and got my business up and running within a month. And I had my first ad out 2 weeks later, and about a month and a half later, I had my first sales. And now fast forward to, I guess just a year later, I just had my biggest one-day payday recently. I made over $14,000 in one day, and it's still mind-boggling that it's possible. But it's just that when you have faith and you believe and you follow the training and the system, it's all possible. And I have built my entire business based on social media. So there's no bugging friends, no chasing family or friends in this business. It's all done through an online system with our system here. So it's been just a great blessing that I have found this business, and I took that leap of faith and jumped in, and honestly, I've never looked back, because thanks to this business, now I have a lot of time that I get to spend and do simple things with my kids that I was never able to do when I owned my dental lab, like just dropping them off at school or picking them up or being there for their sports day or game event and stuff like that. So I just so filled with so much joy and gratefulness for this business, because now, I can look into the future with certainty, right? Certainty that I will have the time for my kids, but certainty that I don't have to worry about the finance anymore. And this business has just opened so many doors for us, and life is just, you can live life now instead of just working just to pay the bill and die. So that's my story. So if you guys want to make a change and do it, it's not for yourself, for your family, it's worth every bit to give it a shot. Alrighty.
And Karen, before you hop off, to get those kind of results, how much time do you think you put into your business?
In the beginning, I would say about 1 to 2 hours a day, because I was still learning. But as your business grow, I know I do put in more times now. So I would say anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a day. And I still run my dental lab full time at the moment. So it's not something that will take up a lot of your time. As your business grow, it will get busy, but it's still manageable with a full-time job.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Irene, let's see if we can get you on here. Oh, looks like we're having some audio issues with Irene. Nope. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll go over to Joanne and we'll see if we can fix that on the back end. Joanne?
Hear me now, Mike?
Yep, you're good.
Awesome. Anyway, it's been a fantastic Thursday here in Calgary. It's 16 degrees, and I got to enjoy it today. And do you want to know what I did as a business owner that I could never do 25 years in the dental industry? Was take the afternoon, rake up the leaves, and just enjoy a beautiful fall day. you know, I'm 52 years old and I worked half my life. And the dental industry is a very stressful industry. And one of the things, you know, that I did miss was the time with my children. And I can't get that time back. But what I did do is 2.5 years ago, I decided to learn how to run my own business. And I got to spend the last 2 years with my son in high school. And I'm so thankful that I did, because I didn't miss, you know, any of his baseball games. I didn't miss the special moments that I missed from the time he was really small. And as a parent, or parents out there, you know what I'm talking about. I remember I missed one of my daughter's first Christmas recitals because as a dental assistant, I couldn't leave. And for me, that was heartbreaking. So when I turned 49, I decided I had no benefits. I had no pensions. And when I look back at a 25-year career, I thought, what am I going to do to secure my retirement? What am I going to do to have extra income, you know, extra money for me to travel and to, you know, see the places that I've always wanted to see? I do have a bucket list. And my biggest goal is to travel before I retire, because a lot of my friends, I've got some that are older than me, and I find people by the time they're 60 or 65, because who can retire? You know, let's face it, you know, between 60 and 65, how many of us have saved enough money to retire? You know, we work our whole entire lives and we think, okay, yes, I'm going to retire and I'm going to travel and I'm going to do this. But you know what the reality is most of us don't have the money to do it. Or some of us end up getting a health crisis where we can't do that. So for me, my whys for starting this business was my son, to pay for his university. He's in engineering. We got 4 years of university to go. That was my biggest why. My second one was to, you know, have a little security for my retirement and also to travel. And as well, I want my husband to be able to semi-retire by the time he's 60. And he loves his job. So one of the things about this business is if you love your job, you can still do your job, but then you can have this extra stream of income, you know, for retirement, for your kids, or to do whatever you want. You know, I've been doing the business for over 2 years. I've replaced my income. It's probably the most amount of revenue I've made in the 25 years I plugged away at running dental offices, working 60 hours a week for somebody else and building their security. So for me, at 49, I decided I wanted to do something for me and my family. And I'm never going to, ever going to go back to the dental industry. I don't miss the 5 a.m. alarm clocks. I do not miss the travel in Calgary, the traffic, and I don't miss the politics and the unhappy people that I worked with every day because they weren't paid what they were worth. There's a lot of us out there, and half these people that are watching tonight, I was just like you. I had no experience. I went from dental industry to learning how to run an internet-based business. And with our training, if I can do it, at 49, with the background that I had and no experience, anybody can do it. We've proven that. And the other thing I love about this business, there's Melody. So Melody is correct. Darren and Mike, we had a great big meet up in Calgary on Friday night, over 130 people. One of the things I love about this business is we're just not business owners, we're all friends. And Irene, you haven't heard from her yet, but she's from the UK. I met Irene in Mexico at the convention that we all went to, Melody, Mike, and Darren. And there was about 40 of us in Mexico. We had so much fun. It just is just not about, working and plugging away. It's about, creating a legacy for you and your family. It's about getting up every morning and being excited and passionate about what you're doing. And it's about meeting all of these people. And, there's over 30,000 people, in our private Facebook group. I mean, I've got friends from all across the world. And I gotta say, it's just not financial, it's personal growth. And for me at 50, you know what? I've grown a lot. I thought I knew a lot, but I'll tell you, I learned some new things, and I'm gonna keep learning. And isn't that what life's about? Just keep learning, enjoying it, and being able to do what I can now and enjoy my days. I am so grateful that I can do that. And I'm just telling everybody, check us out. Come take a look at what we have to offer, because it's like you go and buy a car, right? Do you do your homework before you go buy a car? Do you compare what each car has? Well, you know what? That's what we're offering. Come check us out. Purchase the 149. Take a look at what we have to offer, and then make your decision. But I'm going to tell you something. When you do, you're not going to regret it. And that's it, Mike. That's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Joanne. All right, Irene, let's give it one more crack here. Sing for us, girl. Oh, that's a shame. It's a beautiful voice. Well, Irene, we made a valiant effort of it. NK, let's see if we can get you on here.
Hey, everyone. Hi, my name is NK Wangene. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I've been in Canada for over 8 years now. So I'm a nurse, registered nurse, and I work full-time Mondays to Fridays. And at the time I came across this business opportunity, it was last year, August, which I thought, like, I had so many bills coming, like nonstop. For immigrants, you can relate. Like, you're taking care of yourself here in Canada or wherever you are, but you're also having people back home looking up and expecting. So it was just nonstop. It was too much for me. I was so desperate. Like, I was like, I needed to do something different, because I knew my full-time job wasn't cutting it, so I got a second job. So I worked even weekends, and still that wasn't enough for me. And can you hear me? Making sure, okay. So that wasn't enough for me, even with the weekend job and all that. And I got a new job in a different city, just so to get my wage a little higher and stuff like that. It just wasn't cutting it for me. Out of desperation, I spoke with a friend back home that said, oh, you can send some money, there's some investments you can do here, and maybe it can get you extra cash. And so I sent over $10,000 there, and boom, it was gone. Till date, I don't even hear from the person. Like, that's how bad it is. I lost money looking for better things. Had I just been like, that's what I say to people, like, opportunities to change your life is right there. Like social media, who would have thought? I never thought that Facebook, I use it every day, would change my life. And so I came across this opportunity, the ad, and it had so many perks. It said you won't have no much time commitments, because I obviously know I work a lot, so I don't have so much time to give. And it also promised that I wouldn't have to bother friends and families, because hey, I know where I'm at with that. So I was like, okay. And the mentorship promised and coaching and everything, I was like, sure, why not? Okay, I gave it a try. I came for the webinar, and it sounded, when I saw the testimonials, I just felt at peace with it for some reason. I've never met these people. I don't know what they're talking about. And honestly, I didn't even care to understand everything they were talking about at that time. I just knew that if it worked for them, whatever they're doing, and these are everyday people, no special training, nothing, I can do it. I'm a nurse. Like, sorry, but I was part of the community, and I was just right on top of it. I got my everything, the training, but I didn't even spend so much time. Like I said, I was working busy schedule, so maybe like 45 minutes to an hour every day. And then by the weekends, I maxed up on the weekends to get caught up. Like in 2 weeks, I had things running for me, and I was getting leads and all people joining my business. So it was awesome for me. Like I felt, oh, finally, I'm somewhere I can actually do something different. So fast track now to 13 months later, I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe, looking back, I can't even imagine how much my life has changed, guys. Like Mike and Darren and Leanne, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Because I'm sorry. I never knew I had it in me to like even coach people, like to make a change in people's lives. Like in 9 to 10 months of being in this business, I'm a business coach. I don't just like sharing my journey with people and hearing other people's journeys and how as immigrants especially you come to different countries, like you leave your dreams aside because you have responsibilities to get caught up on first. You have the culture shock, you have so much to do that your dreams are like the last thing you're looking at. And then when I get to inspire people and get them to see like a mindset reset pretty much so they can see what they can do for themselves. Like there's more to life than just working. So, and like aside also the relationships I've built as a result of, the coaching and being a part of this awesome community, I also get paid for being a coach. So that's awesome. I get paid in USD. Hello. Anyway, so another thing that's been a bonus in my life by virtue of being a part of this business is that actually yesterday I was at the registry office to pick up my business registration forms. So like in 13 months, I never thought I would even own a business. Thinking of registering it because of the revenue I'm getting by the month, like it's just mind blowing for me. I can't keep calm right now. So I can't wait to have my registration all completed. And then a third thing now is personal development as a person. I know I was so busy, like even reading books to help my growth wasn't even on my list. But by virtue of this business again, I've experienced so much personal growth. I read more, my mind is more open to learning. My dreams get even bigger. Like I don't know. Like I'm like last year I wasn't this person. I know very well I wasn't this person. So it's been an amazing journey. It's been such a blessing to be part of this business. Like in 12 to 13 months, a lot has happened in my life that I could never have imagined, never have thought about it. And to top it up, like cha-ching, I make it. Like it's coming. It pays. I get more money from this business than even my full-time job. Come on. I still work full-time, but on the other side, I can go to bed at peace because I know that my bills are taken care of. I can pay the bills here in Canada as well as send back home. Now I can think of investments back home and so many things. So my dreams are getting bigger and I see life better and better and better for me. So guys, this is a business opportunity you don't want to miss for anything. $149, that's nothing. It's nothing compared to like what I've gained so much in 13 months here. It's priceless. So I couldn't even imagine it anywhere else. And these are just regular people like you and myself, different age groups, demographics, and whatever. If we can do it, it doesn't cost so much to like make an impact in this world. It's more than just business making money. It's about the relationships. It's about the personal growth. It's about your dreams bigger and seeing people being inspired by what you see and what you're also experiencing in this business will make your life better. So especially we immigrants, I know what I'm talking about. We can relate to this. So everybody, I encourage you, take the shot. $149, that's nothing. It's absolutely nothing compared to what you stand to gain. Thank you so much, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you, NK. Joan, let's get you on here next.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Okay. I'm here tuning in live from Adelaide, South Australia. So how are you going, guys? Kumusta? I'm so excited to be here. Very excited. Oh my goodness. I haven't been in the funnel for about 5 months since I started. I did one. And yes, I'm so excited today. Anyway, I'm Joan Wed. I'm a mother of 2 young kids. My husband and I are pizza shop owner here. We have a local pizza bar in the suburb. And yeah, it was 6 months ago when I started my business. It was about 7 months when I joined the community and then did my training. But back then, I was too busy doing something else. My plates are really full, but then I keep doing it and, do the training. And then, yeah, about April 5 when I launched my funnel. And since then, I never looked back. I had my first 5-figure in 4 months in the business. I had 17,737. I will not forget that the number because it was all the lucky 7. And I'm doing this for myself, for my kids, especially for my youngest one. A year ago, I was doing something else, and I was dragging my kids with me doing the presentation. And you know what? I said to my husband, this is not the way I should do the business because my kids are sacrificing a lot. Even nighttime, we're out there. I'm hustling. And the same as Inkai, I was migrated here when I married my husband. So I was an accountant back in the Philippines, but when I come here, I cannot work here. I had to study more. And back then, I was like, I had enough of studying. I had 5 years in the university and I'm done. So I said to my husband, I want to start having my own business. And I know there's so many people doing it online already. And I just gotta find which one do I have to choose. And you know what? I've been there, I've done that. Bug family and friends, sell this, sell that. Oh my goodness, tell me about it. I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this thing anymore. I have to find another way. And about a year ago, my son was assessed with developmental delay. So I was really looking to being there to support him rather than putting him in a child care. So I was looking since then, and I'm so glad, I'm so grateful, and thank God that I found this community. Thank you, Mike and Darren and Leah. And you know what? This is amazing how it changed me in that 6 months, and now I'm able to support my son and do this business at the same time and help a lot of people along the way. And I'm so thankful. You know what? This business has given me more than I earned from my pizza shop. And I can tell you that because I'm doing the bookkeeping for the pizza shop. So I said to my husband, yeah, I'm gonna push it, and we're thinking of he want to join in as well. So I said because he saw me getting this money, and I'm like, and then I said you better get someone to do the pizza making, and then you can do this on the side as well. Yeah, and that's great about it. When I come here, I know how to do Facebook, but I'm not really, anything technical like that. I'm not good at it. I just saw this while my son is watching telly. I'm scrolling in Facebook, and that's how I find it. And at first, I'm skeptical because there's so many things out there, and I don't know which one is true. But then when I saw this, I watched the workshop, and they said it's 149 refundable. I was like, what do I have to lose? And I was like, if it's not for me, then I can get my money back. And what is 149 anyway? So I did it. I take a leap of faith, and I trust my gut that this is, I gotta look at it because I don't want to end up like what if it works, And my husband, there's only one thing that my husband told me before getting in here is, will you be able to earn 5-figure if you don't do this business? And you know what? No, I'm never gonna earn 5-figure without doing this business. Even I put all my side hustle and my pizza shop together, I would never. And so when I come here, I was like, I'm so grateful. In 4 months, I was able to do it. And of course, there's dedication, because I was really eager. I was eager to learn. I was determined to make it because I can see a lot of people doing it. And so if they can do it, I can too. And my reason why are a lot stronger than all my excuses combined. So check it out, guys, and you're not gonna lose anything here. Thank you, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you, Joan. All right. Leah, why don't we bring it all home, girl? Over to you.
I can do that. Hello, everybody. I am Leah Ferris, and I am a business owner from Airdrie, Alberta in Canada. And I'm so very excited to hop on today and share my story with you. This is the first time I've been on a panel, and I just remember watching my first webinar and watching these stories and remembering why I clicked too, So thank you, everybody. You're all so inspiring. But yeah, I'm super excited to share my story and our story of this business. And I say our because I do build this business with my husband. He's out with the kids right now, so they're not hamming it up on the screen, like distracting us. But yeah, every business has your why behind it. And our why, I would have to say, started back in 2016. We celebrated the birth of our baby girl, but she was 6 weeks early, and that meant we were in the NICU for about a month. And in that month, it was a little bit stressful. And in that month, some really, concerning health issues started popping up for Mark, my husband. And it took a few months to figure out what was really going on with him. And when we finally got in front of the right people, we saw a neurologist, and he got an MRI, and he was very shortly thereafter diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it is a neurological autoimmune disease that is very unpredictable. And just a little backstory too, I'm a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for about 10 years, but at that point I was at home raising the kids, and that was very important to both Mark and I. And for him, he was in the construction industry since he was 16 years old. And so if you can imagine what a diagnosis like that meant for him, it's all he ever known was to use his body. And it's very much, it changes physically. That's the disease that he has. And for his career, that, if you can imagine what that did for that and what it did for the plans that we had for our family and the lifestyle we were trying to create. We're very grateful because it hasn't gotten as bad as we know that it can be. And Mark was able to continue working, but things started getting harder and money started getting tighter. And I decided I had to step back behind the chair and start contributing to my family as well. And so, we got used to our new normal. That was our new normal, and we were getting by. We were making it work. But one day I stepped back and I said, how long? How much longer can we do it like this? And, I started looking because I knew there had to be a solution out there where no matter what happened, my family would be taken care of. And thankfully, my sister told me about her friend who was building this online business and finding success in it. And she said, Leah, go talk to her. So I talked to who is now my lovely mentor, Kim Zink. I talked to her and she said, Leah, I'm excited that you want to do this, but do your due diligence, watch the webinar, make sure this is really what you want to do. And I did. Just like you, I watched that workshop. I listened to the business model and what the system has to offer, and I listened to the stories. And I said, if these people can do that, so can I. So can I. And I started the business, and I have not looked back ever since. I am so proud to be an owner in this community in particular. And I'll tell you why. One is a lot of people talked about the personal development piece of it. And for me, personal development has always been important because I do believe that if you can grow yourself, then everything else follows after. Like your relationships will be better, your career will be more fulfilled, and your businesses will grow as well. And I do believe that having built this business and being in the community, I've really been able to step into my leadership and just really be aware of who I am as a person and what I'm truly capable of being and doing and creating. And that is super valuable. Also, another thing that I absolutely love about this business is like I have to give props to, Mike, Darren, Leanne. Your leadership, I believe leadership truly trickles down. And because you always exemplify the highest standards of integrity, of honesty, and of respect for each other, I truly think that this business community is built on that foundation. And, that sets us apart from anything else you will see out there, anything else. We're truly a family. And I think earlier it was said, this business is for yourself, but never by yourself. And from day one, I have never felt alone in building this business. So, I don't want to stay on here for too long. For those of you who've clicked the link, congratulations, and I'm sure you will love what you find on the other side. And for those of you who are still thinking about it, but maybe your intuition is saying, do it. Like, give it a chance, guys. It's $149. And I know that even for me, I've spent $149 on much less valuable things in my life. And, you're worth it. Your dreams are worth it. And you can really change the trajectory of your future and your family's future. And if you just take a deeper look at it, this could be the solution that you're looking for. That's all from me. Thanks, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you, Leah. That was a great wrap up. There you go, folks. Real people, real results all over the world. You've heard from Australia. You almost heard from the UK before Irene had some tech issues there, but you've heard from Canada. You've heard from America. Guys, I don't know what else I could possibly show you. This is all about you now at this step. So those of you that haven't clicked, I want you to really ask yourself why. What's holding you back? Is it the fact that you're worried that it's not secure? Well, we've tried to help that as much as we can. It's a secure website. You can use a credit card. You can use a prepaid card. You can use PayPal. Use whatever is most comfortable for you. Keep in mind, there's a full 30-day back money guarantee. As long as you don't have a coaching call and take up the time of one of our coaches, we'll happily give you your money back. So do your due diligence, watch the videos as many times as you want, and just really sink your teeth into this material because this is life-changing stuff. I'll say one more thing for those of you that did take action already and have clicked on the button. One of the steps in this sequence is for you to friend your coach on Facebook. This is critical because it's your coach that's going to actually add you to the private community. Now, I know there's some of you that are using a different name on Facebook. So if this is you, if you've used a different name to make your purchase than you use on Facebook, make sure that you're letting your coach know so that we can actually match up the names and we can make sure that we get you added to everything okay. All right? Perfect. So thank you again for your time, folks. To those of you that did take action, I say congratulations. And guys, we'll see you on the other side. Good night, everybody.